Well, you know, I think one of the things that's important to acknowledge is that the challenge that's been presented by this pandemic for public officials is that it presents you with really bad options a lot of the time, and decisions that don't come with easy answers. And I think a lot of the time when you have folks who are tasked with making those decisions, you can see it devolve into personal attacks, which it shouldn't. I think the debate between the governor and Dr. Gist has taken on that kind of tone, which I don't think is productive. First, I'd say Dr. Gist has dedicated her career to helping kids, and to suggest that she's motivated by subservience to teachers unions just doesn't stand up to even the most rudimentary review of her career. Similarly, I don't think the governor is a bully. I think he's voicing the same concerns that I'm hearing from a lot of TPS parents over the last couple of months. The parents that I'm hearing from, and I assume the governor is hearing from too, these aren't COVID denying anti-maskers. These are people who love Tulsa Public Schools, people who've worked on campaigns to pass bond issues. They're the kind of parents who would have been cheering on Dr. Gist a few years ago when she marched to the state capitol to demand more funding. They are very dedicated to TPS. And they see kids for union and jinx back in the classroom, and they want their kids to have that same opportunity. And I also hear from them that they're very concerned about what TPS is going to look like on the other side of this pandemic when you have so many families who can take an alternative are leaving the district. So, on the substance of the issue, I agree with the governor. I don't agree with the way he's chosen to convey his opinion. I wish he had shown the same obsessive focus on local decision making when we needed his help to slow the spread of the virus with a mask order. But is he right that we need a plan to get kids back in school safely? Yeah. And I think that my hope is that Dr. Gist and her team and her board are working on that. We heard good news, I thought, earlier this week about their plans to escalate the opportunity to do that a little earlier than had originally been mentioned. And so my hope is that we can get there. But I think everyone involved needs to appreciate that school administrators at every level of education, in every district, and in every school here in Tulsa, they have very hard decisions to make in the midst of this. But I also, again, I hear from a lot of parents with very heartfelt concerns about TPS and a desire for their kids to have the same opportunity that kids in Union and Jinx have to be in a classroom right now.